It's time for our daily dose of Cope, and today's faces are brought to us by the Real House Leopards of Washington, D.C. There is some real FAFO in this episode today. I was already planning on talking about this story. A Canadian citizen dies in ICE custody. Canada urgently seeking more information. Johnny Naviello, 49, was found unresponsive on June 23rd at the Bureau of Prisons Federal Detention Center in Miami. I was planning on talking about this in a news segment, but as I was scrolling through the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit, I came across this post and I literally caught my breath like, OMG. So this title, Canadian man living in America supported Trump and died in ICE custody. So this is the man right here, Johnny Naviello. This is another post of his, Johnny Naviello. You can see that at the top, sharing this public group, Trump Train Unstoppable. He did that last summer. He shared this post of when Trump had his ear nicked, and it says, "You come at the king, you best not miss." Johnny Naviello right at the top. This is the dude as well. He was caught up in trafficking oxycodone. Same dude. This has to be literally one of the craziest ones I've seen so far. It's not that his face got eaten, his whole body got eaten, and wow, literally FAFO. Still on the topic of Canada, this is one of Donald Trump's live social posts saying, "We have just been informed that Canada, a very difficult country to trade with, including the fact that they have charged our farmers as much as 400% tariffs for years on dairy products, has just announced they are putting a digital service tax on our American technology companies, which is a direct and blatant attack on our country. They are obviously copying the EU, which has done the same thing and is currently under discussion with us also. Based on this egregious tax, we are hereby terminating all discussions on trade with Canada, effective immediately. We will let Canada know the tariff that they will be paying to do business with the United States of America within the next 7-day period. Thank you for your attention to this matter." I have no idea if Canada did what it did. I just know that he just keeps on doing all of these policies by social media posts. And this is odd to me. It has to be odd to any normal thinking American that has watched politics at all. The reason why I did that, because I came across another Canadian post in the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit. Canadian conservatives shocked by MAGA turning on him as Trump says all trade discussions with Canada have ended. The fact that there's still something called a Canadian conservative in the conservative subreddit is wild to me, considering how Trump has been so antagonistic to Canadians already. Like Canada, everybody in Canada should be anti-Trump and anti-American based on how Trump is acting. So the fact that this is even a thing is weird. But let's look at this Canadian conservative's comment. He says, "My goodness, as a Canadian conservative, the comments in here are so disappointing. All the anti-Canada sentiment. What has Canada done for us? How about being your closest ally and trade partner for the last 100 years? Remember 9/11? We fought beside you in war. We sent our firefighters to California last year. We should be wanting to find a way to reunite our countries, not insulting each other when Trump unilaterally shuts down trade negotiations. If he feels so strongly about the DST, he should include it in negotiations, not shut them down altogether." I did not go over to the conservative subreddit, but they do pounce when Trump puts out something. So I can just imagine. But the fact that there is a Canadian conservative in this subreddit is just mind-boggling to me, especially the way that Trump has been talking about, conquering their country and all of the trade war stuff anyway. Like, why would you even be in there amongst those people? So this is titled, "I'm a Republican and yes, I did vote for Trump, but I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for selling millions of acres of public land." Cameron Haynes is not the typical environmental advocate. An avid hunter and MAGA influencer, he recently boasted to his 1.7 million Instagram followers about unaliving a brown bear and turning its claw into a necklace. But in recent weeks, Mr. Haynes has used his platform to denounce a plan by Senator Mike Lee, Republican of Utah, to sell millions of acres of federal lands as part of Trump's sprawling tax and spending bill. The advocacy from Mr. Haynes and several other conservative hunters and anglers underscores a growing rift within the Republican Party over how to manage the nation's public land. I'm a Republican, and yes, I did vote for Trump, Mr. Haynes said in a phone interview while hiking near his Oregon home, but I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for selling millions of acres of public land. The person who posted this, Blinky, says, 1. Mr. Haynes loves to hunt and voted for Trump. Number 2, the Trump administration wants to sell federal lands that include the wilderness where Mr. Haynes likes to hunt. 3, Mr. Haynes won't be able to hunt on those lands anymore because they will be owned by billionaires and corporations as their quasi-feudal. So Blinky is the one that posted that screenshot, and Blinky says, 1, Mr. Haynes loves to hunt and voted for Trump. 2, the Trump administration wants to sell federal lands that include the wilderness where Mr. Haynes likes to hunt. 3, Mr. Haynes won't be able to hunt on those lands anymore because they will be owned by billionaires and their corporations as their quasi-feudal domains. And that means that they are landowners, basically. And then Salty Pinky says, yes, you did vote for this. This is what happens when you vote with your feelings and not logic. People like Cameron claim the woke mind virus and other made-up social arguments when they are the ones living off of feelings. Someone posted this in the Leopards Ate My Face subreddit, and I wish I knew where it came from, because over here this person says, I just looked the guy up and his last post as of 12 hours ago is complaining about the illegal aliens who were convicted. So I wanted to find the follow-up, but since I can't find the follow-up, if you know what type of social media post where this is from, please tell me, because I did try to highlight all the words and put it in a Google search and see if I could find it. I cannot find this. But if you know where this is from, because if that other person can find it, that means that one of us can find it as well. Anyways, this person says, I voted for Trump all 3 times and I couldn't have been happier when we won again. I was excited for the first month, but it's turned into a complete show in the past month. I'm completely exasperated by the tariffs. I thought he was talking or acting tough on tariffs to get other countries to remove their tariffs. But this is starting to look like straight economic protectionism, which is going to result in the cost going up significantly for everything. Is this what you voted for? I didn't. Unless we are midway through some 4D chess that I'm not understanding yet that will work out amazingly for us in the end, this is shaping up to be absolutely horrific for our economy and the cost of living. Admit it, if Kamala had increased the cost of buying most new cars by 25% overnight, you'd be livid. I actually had to run the numbers this weekend to see if I should overextend myself and buy a new car for my wife immediately. One I was planning to hold off another year or two in an increasingly uncertain economy due to all of this tariff nonsense. I feel like I'm living in a third world hyperinflation country where you have to buy stuff now because it will get a lot more expensive very soon. I absolutely loved Trump. I watched all of his executive order signing sessions and press conferences and loved every minute of it. Now I can't stand to see him on TV anymore. Seeing him on TV now spikes my blood pressure, even worse than Biden ever did. If this tariff nonsense doesn't stop and our cost of living skyrockets and our retirement accounts continue to tank, I'm down tens of thousands today alone. I hope he gets impeached. I hope you lose more money. I really do hope you lose more money. I need to find out who this is and why they marked off his name. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least at this point, I wish Kamala would have won. And Kamala is an absolute moron who can't answer a question to save her life and should not be trusted by anyone. But she wouldn't be this bad, and many of you here know that deep down. I'd rather have Kamala, all the woke BS, and a whole bunch more illegal alien criminals than have Trump wreck our economy and ensure that the Democrats take power back and hold the House and Senate and presidency for the next decade like they are on track to do at this point. This is so effed, guys. We are cooked. Where's mine? And you deserve it. You deserve it. So like I said, if anybody knows how to look this up, because this person did, please let me know. And I'm going to lead with this man again. I know I showed his video before, but this man is literally living in FAFO because he has a construction business that had undocumented laborers working.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job.
Some of you guys are new here. You're new, obviously, because you're asking me about Bigley. I've already explained this a million times. I've told you about Bigley, but I'm going to tell you again. Because some of you are new here. And why are you new here? You should have been here. We've been doing this for a long time, since the election, since the debate, pretty much since the debate of Kamala Harris. We've been making fun of Donald Trump, and there's no end to it because he does something stupid each and yes, every day. Bigley, he does it.
We lose with everything. We're not going to lose. We're going to start winning again, and we're going to win bigly. Believe me. Winning again, and we're going to win bigly. Believe me.
First, President Trump gallantly pulled out a chair for the CEO of General Motors. Then he dropped the B word.
It's happening. It's happening bigly.
Not once, but twice.
We're bringing manufacturing back to the United States bigly.
Inspiring U.S. News and World Report and others to report Trump pushes for bigly manufacturing revival. But it was also the revival of bigly, a word often attributed to Trump during the campaign.
I'm going to cut taxes big league, and you're going to raise taxes big league.
And we have to solve it big league and strongly. And that's what's happened big league.
What did he say? Trump was saying
Big league. Big league.
big league, not bigly, though bigly is in the dictionary.
Bigly? Bigly?
An adverb meaning in a big manner.
Okay, so some of y'all are new here. Y'all don't know about Bigley. Donald Trump makes up words. And in the early part of his campaign in 2016, he was saying Bigley a lot. His people convinced him to alter it to big league because the news media and everybody started making fun of him. But you could tell in the context that he was saying it, he was not saying big league at first. He switched it over to big league when people started making fun of him for making up words, because he would say bigly and strongly. Well, why are you saying big league and strongly? That don't even, he was saying bigly, but it was a made up word. And then Merriam-Webster added it to the dictionary, meaning in a big manner. So yeah, big league is one of those words that Donald Trump made up because he's not very smart. He's not a smart man. Think Forrest Gump, but presidential. If Forrest Gump was the president. Usually, if you can take context clues, you can figure out what bigly is. Some say bigly is the new period. Instead of saying period at the end of the sentence, you say bigly. And we can add bigly as the new period because obviously I'm the boss dog and I make it happen. Isn't that right, honey? Bigly. Bigly is right. As you see, honey agrees. You can see by how he's panting, how much he enjoys it, how much he approves. He approves of everything that I'm doing. He thinks it's amazing, don't you, honey? Honey thinks it's amazing, and it is amazing, obviously. Bigly, it's amazing. It's bigly amazing. You gotta use your context clues to figure out what words mean, or else you'll always be in the dark. Dark, like you blacks. Blacks, I know you don't understand the meaning of these words. Bigly, you don't understand. That's why I'm telling you, I'm breaking it down for you news. The new people, the poors, and the blacks. Bigly.